Yo, 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 guys. Welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's good. Good to see everyone here. Yo, Nate, Raul, how's it going? Welcome, guys. The mic is working first time today. That's for sure. But yeah, good to see everyone here. We've got, how many have we got tuning in right now? Let me just double check. We've got 20 tuning in, guys. Like I say, guys, if you're just tuning in, drop a comment. Let's see who's here. We've got Nate and Raul so far. And yeah, we'll get straight into it very shortly, guys. Yo, yes. Mohammed, mate, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, but I'll start on the news very shortly and then we'll get straight into the rest of the analysis for gold and NASDAQ. I've just come back onto the chart now. I went to have an hour's break. And now I'm back on. Okay. So what we will do, let me just share the link really quickly again for the members before we start. Well, for the community too, the free group, and then we'll get started, guys. But yeah, good to see everyone here. Hope everyone's having a great day. And let's crush. I haven't taken a trade yet today, so I'm still yet to take a trade. So if we're taking a trade, it'll be now. It'll be in the US session. Okay, we have got, looking at the news here, we have got some FOMC news at 7 o'clock. But that's not going to get in the way. That isn't going to get in the way of our session. You know, my session is from now, from now until, 2:30, 3 o'clock. Obviously, you can trade after. You can trade after. But like I say, for me, on this live stream, which I'm going to be on with you guys, nothing's really going to get in the way. We've got some Euro news in like 15 minutes, but that's like literally yellow folder news. It's nothing. So don't worry too much about that. But yeah, the main one tonight is FOMC. If you trade in the late PM session, if you trade in the late US session, what I want you to do is just make sure you're aware of this FOMC meetings at 7 o'clock, okay? 20, 30 minutes before, you really do want to be taking a step back and understand that it is high impact news, and anything can happen around here. You might have a strategy that's 70% strike rate, but you're trading 5 minutes before news. All concepts go out the window. Okay, all concepts literally go out the window. So that is news. There's nothing in the way of this session, so that's great to see. Let me just delete this. That was the NASDAQ trade that a few of the members caught this morning, which was very, very clean. Look at that push. Look at this. This is everything. Quickly, I'll break it down now, so I don't need to break it down later. But this is everything that you want to see. Look at the range here. Look at the range here on NASDAQ. Very, very clean range. There's nothing to do here. There's nothing to do here. This is just noise. One sec, guys. This price action here. One sec. This price action here is just noise. There's nothing to do here. Once you get the breakout, once you get this breakout here, that is where you need to ask yourself, do I have anything to trade into? You're away from all this choppy price action. You've had that clean breakout. Is there anything now? Is there anything now in the way of me taking longs into these targets? And for me, there's just not. That is why this trade was super clean. You had the breakout. You got out of this choppy range. And look at the long into them highs. Very, very clean. Stops just below the low and the level, and price just flies up. Look at that. Smashes that TP. I personally wasn't watching NAS at the time for this entry. But if you did take that, very, very good stuff. Yo, Paul, how's it going? Fabio, welcome, mate. Welcome. Yeah, Fabio, Paul, how's it going, guys? Nice breakout coming. Let's have a look. Are you looking at gold, Nate? Are you referring to gold? Let's have a look. Let me get out of this. Let me get out of this replay mode. Here we go. So if we look at the 15, I don't really need to look at the 15-minute for too long here on gold. The 15's super choppy. Look at the London session. Look at like US going into the London session. It's sideways. When you've got these like big choppy ranges as such on gold, I personally just move up the time frame. So for me, the 30 and the hourly is looking the best. Like Nate said, Nice breakout coming on the 1 hour. For me, this is the range that I'd be using on gold. Okay, you've got a decent range here to watch. These 2 levels are easy to watch on gold. We are very close to a breakout to the downside. And for me, where would I be looking to trade gold if we got the breakout? It's as simple as this. I'd be looking to take out these lows here. If the breakout was strong enough to the downside and we actually got that bearish intent to the downside, I'd look for some sells down. You know, if you got a breakout down here, look at that. You've got like a 70 tick push into these lows. So that's what I'm watching on gold for them sells. Like I say, I am watching these 2 levels. So I am open also to buys and sells. So I'm watching this level for buys. If it gives us a half risk entry, I'll take the buys. Okay. Let me just take off do not disturb on my phone. Yeah, so for me, if I'm going to be looking for sells, breaks below. If I'm going to be looking for buys, it would be half risk buys here. Okay. So either sells below or half risk buys on the level. All right, guys. DK took gold shorts today. Nice. Where did you take shorts from? I tell you what, the best short today was this, and I just missed it. But I wanted these shorts here because we rejected the level, took liquidity. This is a half risk trade, and I would have taken it down into these lows. This would have been very textbook. You know, you'd have taken, like, look at that, 60 ticks on that win there. Yeah, that's something I was looking at today. But closure before breakout on gold now. For me, like I say, for me on gold right now, I'm just using this range. If we do reject this level, I'm gonna take some buys at half risk. Because if you've been here for long enough, if you've stuck with the streams, guys, you'll understand that what am I looking at within here? You know, within this sort of range, this is where I'm looking for my half risk entries. What is gold likely to do in ranges? It's likely to chop about. So within the range, I look for half risk. If we close below, I look for full risk. If I close above, I look for full risk. Okay? Having a structured risk management to your plan is super key. Okay? Full risk here, full risk there, full risk here. It's not going to be good for you long term. Understand your high probability entries. Understand your lower probability entries, which still are profitable. And use your risk appropriately, okay? Yo, Ravi, how's it going, mate? Good to see you too, man. Yeah, very, very good to see you too. Hi to everyone who's tuning in. If we're just tuning in as well, we've got 40 people currently watching, 40 guys. Well, ladies and gentlemen, drop a like. Drop a like if you're tuning into the stream. Drop a subscribe if you're new as well. Ask a question, say hi, and yeah, enjoy the session. Nate, say marked up, perfect, good stuff, man. This is the only range you can really have. Let me just update the community. Well, one sec. Let me just update the community members with this range on gold. And then we can move on to NASDAQ then. NASDAQ's probably looking a little bit better for me, but we'll see. Yeah, NASDAQ's looking a lot better because we've got this range for buys above. Can you see this sort of resistance we've created here? And look what we've got. If we get back above this level here at 22,744, I'm going to be looking for buys into these highs. Okay? Can you see? Resistance, resistance, resistance. If we get back above this range, then I can look for the buys higher into them highs. So ask yourself, where's the recent resistance on NASDAQ? Well, it's as simple as this. It's here. That's the recent resistance. There's no other resistance other than this up here, but they're good targets. So the recent resistance is here. And then if we get back above this recent resistance, we're likely to push into these highs. So that's my long level for NASDAQ. And for sells, it's as simple as here. Okay? I'm looking for sells below this level here. Okay? This is just a recent support. You can see, 1 second, you can see support, resistance, resistance. Very, very clean range here on NAS. If we can get back above here on the 15, I'm going to be looking for them buys, okay? So stay tuned in for the buys. That huge red candle closed outside the range. Next candle opened, made a nice flip and... Oh, nice. Yeah, I understand what you're on about. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, nice. That big push there. Good. Yeah, that's a good trade, mate. Guys, can I ask you, is the audio clear? I've had to unplug and plug my mic back in and alter some settings. Is the audio of my voice crystal clear? Just put a thumbs up, yes, if it is. I appreciate it. Just to let me know how it is for everyone. I've had to unplug it and my settings went. So I had to re-add, well, I had to add all my settings again to the mic. I think I remembered them all. So it should be the same. Sounds good. Nice one. Appreciate it. Yeah, 30-minute is not looking too bad here, actually. 30-minute. Yeah, this is clear. This is the only range you can really have on gold. There's nothing other than this range you can have. If anything, you could have it a little bit higher up here. But I'm happy to have this sort of recent resistance here. It's enough for me. Yeah, if anything, I'm watching NASDAQ here. Sounding good, bro. Appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Cheers for letting me know. Let me just update this NASDAQ really quickly. Nice one. Oh, the 930. Let's have a look. 930. Ah, okay. Yeah, same as me. Same as what I was looking at. Yeah, that's a textbook trade. That's a textbook trade, DK. Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking at. If it wasn't this candle, then it was this candle here. Into them liquidity lows. If not, after you took the lows, the push higher was clean as well, if you caught anything on the way up. Yeah, cheers, guys. Nice one for letting me know. It took the 4-hour liquidity to the left. Yeah, this liquidity was clean. In the Zoom on the with the members... in the Zoom with the members, I mentioned that this is a great 4-hour wick fill to push down. And we came and wick filled that 4-hour perfectly. So yeah, that was clean. Let's have a look at Nas if Nas is gonna set up. Not bad, not bad. So yeah, for me, if NASDAQ can get back above this level here, then I'm going to be looking for longs. Okay? Yeah, if NASDAQ gets back above, I'll be looking for longs. How's everyone's day been so far? Has anybody traded as of yet? Has anybody taken any W's, any break evens, any losses? We can break what you took down if you want, but main watch for me is NASDAQ buys. If this 15 gets above here, then I'd be looking for NASDAQ buys. Okay. Yeah, I need that strong closure. If the 15 doesn't get above, well, I'll just take the 30 because the 30 is setting up too. So yeah, 15 closure above is clean, but even if the 15 doesn't get above, then I'll just take the 30. It's yeah, that 4-hour liquidity, the 4-hour liquidity was clean. Yeah, Nate, insane. Very good stuff, man. Yeah, very good stuff. I was watching the same, The thing that put me off was that this 15-minute candle closed like without any sort of like direction. So that was the only thing that put me off it. But other than that, even if you caught this candle here, you still caught like 40 how many ticks were that on that candle into them lows? Yeah, you still caught like 40 ticks down, which is plenty. Yeah, 15 closes above here, I'm looking for buys, okay? Yeah, 15 closure above here, I'm looking for buys. First targets will be these highs here. And then obviously higher. I think we can come and wick fill some of these wicks up here. You know, look at all this liquidity you've got. You know, you need to imagine what are retail traders doing here. Well, I'd imagine a lot of retail traders are selling at these levels with their stop losses up here and up here. If I know that there's a lot of stop losses sitting up here, that just means there's a lot of liquidity sitting up here. If there's a lot of liquidity sitting up here, that's what I'm going to target. I'm going to buy into them highs, into all these highs up here. So it's mainly just waiting for this 15. If the 15 doesn't set up, I'll take the 30. Like I say, I'm taking this on my top one account. I'll take it on my top one. See, this could be clean. If it gives us some, if it leaves some targets, this could be clean. You know, you need targets to be left. Going without us, yeah. The thing is, Deegs, if the 15 doesn't set up, I'll just take the 30. The 30 is still setting up. You know, you're coming into a bit of structure here as well, to the left. So yeah, if the 15 doesn't set up, I'll just take the 30. I might try a little half risk long if it closes. A little half risk trade, like very, very small lots. Because like I say, you've got first targets here. You know, if you get an entry like so, you've got first targets here, and then you've got the upper targets up here. But I need it to close a little bit stronger than this. I want a closure where price is going to continue on the next candle. You know, this 15's not telling me that it wants to push higher yet. Yeah, like, you need to understand, like, the 15 might not set up, but look at the 30. The 30's still got 15 minutes left. So if you don't take the 15, but the 30 or the hourly could be valid still, well, just wait for the 30. Like, it's just, it's as simple as that. Yeah, look at that. Let me quickly just pause this really quickly. One sec, guys. It'll only take 30 seconds. Let me just I'm just gonna get up my thingy for you. 1 second. I'm just gonna get my Project X. I need to get it through on the other screen, you see? Right, nice one. Okay, we're good. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'm just getting my Project X up so you can see my screen and stuff. Right, nice one. Right, let me just undo this really quickly. Right, we're good to go. Nice one. Yeah, I just wanted to get up my instant top one account for you so you can see my executions too. Yeah, so I wanted some, like, NAS longs look better here. They look better here to come and take some of these highs. Like, if we're on MNQ, I might take a little, like, just a very small stop buy. if it gives me a wick so I can get the order in. Just to come and wick fill up here, because it has closed above the level. It has closed above the level. Let's have a look at the 5. Not bad. It's not a bad closure. 15's not super clean, but it has closed above the level and created that bottom wick. Like I said, I might just do a little like 0.2. Yeah, stop buy. I'm just gonna do a 0.2 stop buy. It's very, very small risk, guys. I put it a little bit further down. It's just to wait for the 30 whilst we're waiting for the 30 closure. Just because, like I said, it's only $50 risk on a 150k account. It's literally nothing. But it's just whilst we're waiting for the 30 minute closure, really. Because really, if I'm going to be using the 30 closure, that's going to be where I'm going to have the bulk of my position, like maybe like 20 micros, 25 micros. But I've just put this on just for a bit of knowledge of where I think NASDAQ can go. Just based off this closure. If it closes bullish, bearish, it is what it is, like literally nothing. But there's a lot of wicks up here not to take. I'd be very surprised if it didn't take them. Yeah, let's put it down here now. Let's put the stop to here. $16 risk. If it flips bearish here, I really don't want to be in this anyway. So $16 risk is not much. And then I might just, like I said, we'll just leave this to run. It's basically just an interest trade, as they call it. But yeah, for me, this 15 isn't really even a trade. It's more the 30 that I'm waiting for. I've just entered this 15 for YouTube purposes. But where I'm going to be putting most of my risk is the 30 closure. You know, 30 strong closure, I'll take the long. Let's have a look at gold really quickly whilst we're waiting for NASDAQ. Yeah, gold could be nice on a breakout. Gold could be nice on a breakout. If we get that break above, that is. Like I said, we'll have to wait. But yeah, my average risk on this account is like, I risk like $500. Like $16, it's not much. Is it valid to take? Yeah, it's a valid trade, but is it risky? Yeah, of course it is. You know, you're wicking the highs, you've had a weak closure. I'm basically just preempting that the 30 close is bullish with this entry. I'm just going to put it on this low here. Yeah, $16 is fine. Yeah, gold's in this range still, hourly. What's the 4-hour closing like? 4 hour, 40 minutes left on the 4 hour. Daily is wicking the prior day low. Not too bad. Yeah, within this range, it is hard work. You need to wait, really. Yeah, gold messing about. NASDAQ's messing about, sorry. Alright, we're out there. Negative $17. Very, very good. Yeah, that weren't much. All good. What's the 30? Yeah, 30 closes bearish, then we can try and flip this down. Could still, like I said, 30 could still yet close bullish. 30 yet could still close bullish. So if the 30 closes bullish, then obviously I won't be using 2 micros. That wouldn't be my risk. Exercise patience there. Yeah, I haven't really taken a trade. This trade was like this, guys. If I took, you need to understand, if I took a trade on like 2 minis, which I normally do with NASDAQ, I normally take two minis, which is like 20 micros. This would be classed as a break even for me. So you understand how low risk that was. It was literally no risk. It was valid, but I was waiting for the 30 really. Yeah, patience has been needed today. Look at the hourly. Look at the hourly on gold. It's, look, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, now bullish. It's not done anything. It's literally done nothing all day. Gold's not done anything. Other than this 15-minute candle here for shorts, it's not done anything really. See, now watch it flip up now. Let's look at 30. Cheers for likes, guys. Nice one for liking the stream. Appreciate it. Da-da-da. Appreciate it. How many trades has everyone taken today, guys? How many trades has everyone taken? I've taken one little, very, very small risk. Just now. It was like, my entry was here. Looking for this play higher, really. Something like so. Just, the reason is that this liquidity here just looks too good to be not taken. It's getting taken. Stop me out? Yeah, to be honest with you, that's why I used so little risk, because it was a risky trade. It was a risky trade. There's no need to be taking that trade with me, really. Like I said, it's gonna probably come and take these highs out like I preempted. But the closure was weak. Closure was weak. Only just broke out. I'm waiting for the 30, really. 2 wins, 2 trades. Nice. Phil, 2. How's your entry, Phil? Have you up, down? Up, down. See, it's playing out now. The bugger's playing out. See, that's trading for you guys. That is literally trading for you. Sometimes it will just take you out before pushing. Ideas, right? Just, it is what it is. Like, whatever. Whatever. Oh. Sorry. Didn't mean to hit my tripod. What did you take, Phil? What entries have you taken, mate? I've took one on this morning, gold buys. How did it go? How did it work out? Good trade, Dave. There's not many pips on NAS. No, not really, but these targets up here are nice. You know, if we got a strong closure here, I mean, I'd be happy to take that long. You know, if I'm using 2 contracts as well, or 20 micros, you're looking at like $400 or $500. Yeah, gold ranges are better, to be honest. The ranges on gold, like, it's just very choppy and sideways. That's the problem. Very choppy and sideways. Yeah, we've got 4 minutes to wait anyway. 4-minute closure here, then I can look for some entries. Yeah, if I was still in this somehow, I'd definitely been break even there if it took these highs. Yeah, if I was still holding this position, if I had my stop like down here, this would have been a break even trade now. After that secondary push, it shouldn't be reversing now. You know, I'd like to have seen this push more. So yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I say, you got 7. Yeah, you got 7 ticks, but I'll have to see how it closes. Like I said, there's nothing to really do until you get that closure. You know, don't really worry about how many ticks it is until you get the closure. Once you get your closure, you can analyze to see if it's worth it or not. Mm. Let's have a look at the daily candles on gold on the futures. I want to see, because they've been closing quite differently. Yeah, look at the daily candle here. Look at the daily candle here. Yesterday's day, let me delete this. Yesterday's daily candle took all this liquidity above. It took all this liquidity above and then started closing bearish. Okay? So it's taken liquidity to push down. Could we come and push down further on gold? You know, if that lines up on the daily here. Yeah, like look at the daily. Daily candle came, took all this liquidity. 1 second. Took all this liquidity here, look, off this high, and then pushed down. So could it come down further and take more liquidity below? Possibly. Possibly. But within this range, it's not doing much to shit. I took buys at 11.45. My level was a bit lower, but it was 11.45. Let's have a look, Matt. 11.45 here, do you mean? Phil. Do you mean here? This push up? Yeah, if your level was a little bit lower, you've caught 60 ticks there. Nice. You've caught 60 ticks. Not for me. There were no. My level was a bit higher, of course, but that's fine. No one's going to have the exact same levels. Up 2% on my top step evaluation. Dave, nice, man. Great work. Have a look. Yeah, NASDAQ's just messing, really. Probably push this a little bit higher. Yeah, good, Phil. Nice work. We really need this New York Open. Yeah, I'll be on for New York Open today. I'll be on till like 3 o'clock maybe for another hour and a half. Who's gonna be chilling for another hour and a half if I decide to stay on, guys? Who's gonna be chilling? Sorry, guys. Someone just messaged me. Yo, Naz, how's it going? Yep. Oh, good. Yeah, guys, let's chill. We'll do it. Let's stay until 3 today. We've decided already. Yeah, Deegs is gonna be here. Paul's gonna be here. Nate, Nancy. Yo, Naz, how's it going, bro? Good to see you. Yeah, we'll do a 2-hour stream today then. Normally what I do is I'll do an hour and a half and then we'll go and trade in the community. But we may as well just trade live here. You know, we've got the accounts loaded up. Obviously, this was just a, guys, if you've just tuned into the stream, this wasn't a full, this was like a entertainment trade. Negative. It's basically break even. Day off, why not? Perfect. Let's do it. It's getting a bit hot in my office today, so I might need to fill up some water, but we'll be good. Haven't had a chance to look. Luke, nothing really, bro. Nothing's really happened. The only entry there's been, for me, you know, you could, like Phil caught some longs here, which were nice. Phil caught this push higher, which if you had your level lower, you know, you've got that closure in that entry, 60 ticks. And the other trade was probably this short position here. Okay? So you've got like another 60 ticks there, which is clean, to be fair. I'm currently in Italy with the family and my son is sleeping, so as long as he sleeps, yeah, Dave, we'll understand. When you go quiet, we know that your son's woke up. All good. All good, man. I know everyone can't stay for the full amount. If you can tune in for about an hour, 30 minutes, and get some value, that's what it's about. I'm working, but I'll stay on. Nice. Entertainment trade. No, it wasn't. It was valid. you know, if you took it, it was valid, but it was basically nothing. Like, it was basically like a commissions on my normal trade. Like, on a normal trade, if I take like 2 contracts, my commissions are normally like $10. So it's basically like commissions. So it's like break even. Oh yeah, I know, but I've got the education day. I've got the education day on Friday. I'll be on tomorrow, but I'm not going to be on stream on Friday. I've got the in-person education meetup. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing one in London as well. So if anybody wants to tune into the London one, watch out on the social media for the tickets. Okay, there's going to be like 10 tickets, and they will probably go within the first couple of days. So if you do want one, like I say, you do need to be quick. It's not like... It's not going to be what... It's not... Well, from what I can tell from the first one, they sold out in a day. So... This one will probably be similar. Okay, guys? So if you do want one, don't be thinking about it. Like, if you want it, just book it. Because for the value, what you get for the day, a full day with me, everything included, like, the room's all booked out, you know, the plan's all sorted with the day, everything's sorted, like, very, very worth it. Okay? Yo, Paul, how's it going? Good man, hope you're well. Yeah, Naz, I'm good, thanks, bro. I'm very good, thank you, Matt. Yeah, but 30 degrees, I'm not complaining, but I wish I had some air conditioning. Air conditioning would be nice right now. Yeah, Paul, how's it going? How's it going, bro? Good to see you in the stream again. Welcome, Matt. How are you enjoying working in your new office? Very, very good. I'm really enjoying it, guys. It's a good space, very clean, literally like a brand new office. Like, it's only just been done. If anything, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's some noisy traffic outside. Like I say, I have got a buffer. I have got a buffer on my mic. I don't know if you can hear it. Like, can you hear traffic? If you can't, that's great. But there is sometimes some noisy traffic outside, which doesn't help. You know, that doesn't help, but yeah, it's good. It's good. But yeah, it's a good space. It's a good space. And like I said, I've already had some people ask about coming up and trading for the day with me, which is good. Yeah, no messing, we wanted in. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, as soon as I put it up, as soon as I put the in-person education day up, like, it went in like less than a day. And can we see the bonsai tree? Yep, let's go. Here we go, guys. It's not a real bonsai, but it's a bonsai. Look at that. Bonsai. Okay, so looking at the market now, what we're going to be doing is, if we get back above this level here, I'm going to be looking for them longs. Okay, back above there. I'm only joking, guys. I don't know, I think it's cool. The tree, we're doing the analysis then. Yo, Joe, yeah, Zulu, how's it going, mate? Welcome. No, can't hear anything. That's great. That's great. Perfect. It's not too loud. It's just annoying sometimes. Good buffer, yeah. Yeah, good buffer. Yeah, Zulu, welcome to the stream. Good to see you here again, Matt. Welcome. Yeah, Deegs, yeah. We've got the bonsai tree tuning in. The bonsai tree's here. He's always here. I might take him traveling with me next time I go. Might take him traveling with me. I'm sure you can see him now, though. I've pushed him to the front. A money tree, yeah, money tree. That'd be sick. The thing is, I just don't want to buy so much stuff that I'm only here for 5 months. It's pointless buying like a new. I've got a coffee machine, but it's pointless buying a new coffee machine and stuff and like a new settee when I've got it in my old office. So I'm not buying new stuff. I'll just bring it over slowly. Yeah, we'll have to probably wait for New York Open on gold as well. Yeah, any sort of breaks above this level, it's longs for me. Yeah, money tree sounds good, but I just don't want to be like full on trees everywhere. Let's have a look like money tree. Money tree. Yeah, that's sick. I might have to get one. Yeah, just for the corner. Right, I'm going to buy one of them at the weekend. That's definitely happening. I'm going to buy a chestnut. The chestnut one. What is this? I don't know if if I'm butchering this, please let me know. Or am I saying it correctly? Guana tree. Chestnut. That's what I'm getting. Guana chestnut money tree. That looks so good. That's getting bought at the weekend. Yeah, that's going to be the new edition. Nice one, Deegs. I'm actually going to go and get one of them. Your office far from home? No, about 5 minutes, mate. Literally, it's super ideal. It's 5 minutes away from home. There's like Tesco's, Aldi. There's like coffee shops here. Banks. It's got everything. It's like in the center, really. It's like, yeah, it is in. It's in this. It's got like it's like a little center that it's in. There's a bit to do as well. It's not bad. Yeah, I need this closure above here on the 30. If the 30 gets above, I can still take longs. That's the main thing. I need to get back above this sort of structure here for buys. Oh, one sec, let me have a look. What's the difference between supply and demand and support and resistance? The actual concept of, you know, support and resistance and supply and demand, they're basically related, but the way that people view them are differently. Like, I don't care what anybody says, a lot of people who talk about supply and demand are like ICT traders, you know, like order blocks, fair value gaps. But all order blocks, fair value gaps, supply and demand, all it is support and resistance. And all that is just orders in the market and where people are entering the market, okay? So they're basically the same. Don't look at it too much, you know. So for me, they're just the way that people view them. Like, if people say, oh, we've got an order block here, they're referring to, like, supply and demand. For me, I just use levels of support and resistance in the market, okay? That's good, man. You prefer that instead of home? Yeah. So I have an office at home. So I've got my obviously I've got my own office, which you'd have seen me stream out of. So I've got an office that I stream out of at home, which is basically like next to my room. Well, it's a separate room, but next to my main room, obviously. And then I've obviously got my room, which I sometimes do TikTok live from. So I did have an office at home, which was all kitted out and stuff. I had like stuff in it, but yeah, I do prefer getting out of the house sometimes. It's good to actually get out of the house and, you know, like get out of the house and, you know, fully focus on what you need to do. You know, being at home all the time. Yeah, it is for a lot of people the best thing to ever do. Like, oh, work from home, this and that. But for me, I'm always wanting to. I can't stay in the same place for too long. You know, I can't be in the same office for like 6 to 12 months. I need to get out and do something different, change. Like, that's why I love traveling and stuff. So yeah, it's great. My home office is fine, but not for like a year. I like to move about. And for me, like, if I can, you know, if I can be more productive in an office and spend like what, £300-400 a month on an office, because like this office that I've got is like 400, almost 400 £400 a month. I know it's expensive, but you know, if I can, you know, make that extra by focusing more on the charts, you know, it's nothing. It's nothing. I feel like supply and demand and support and resistance, but a larger area. Yeah, it's just the way they are correlated. It's just the way that people look at it, really. Like support and resistance is like bodies and wicks of candles. Supply and demand is like inefficiencies in the market, like inefficiency here, which is like what they would call a fair value gap or an order block, like that, whatever they call it. Gold's breaking out, is it? Potentially. Yeah, gold's potentially having a decent breakout. If it does, that'd be nice. Sorry, guys, I was just listening to a voice message that I got. So yeah, this for me mainly is NASDAQ. If NASDAQ can break out, I'm more happy to take NASDAQ longs. I just need it to break above this sort of resistance area here. If it gets back above this level, even better. Okay, back above here, even better. That's exactly what I want to see. Break above there, then I think we're clear into these highs. You know, you've got resistance here and you've got big resistance here. Get back above, then yeah, nice one. I'm looking for that push. Let's have a look at gold again. Yeah, gold still needs a little bit more of a breakout. Look how sideways it is here. Change of scenery is always good, definitely. Definitely, you're right there, Naz. Like, if I can, get, instead of, what did I get last month? If I can get, instead of 4K payout, if I can get like a 6K payout this month, and I increased my payout from last month by, 2K? Well, it's a good investment to me. I've made like an extra 1.5 grand in the month. So I'm just thinking of it like that. More focus, more payouts. That's it. Targets for gold, not the only target really are these highs here, but I'd have to manage here first at this level. So I'd be managing at a level first, and then I'd be managing at some highs. Okay. Better for me is NASDAQ on the 30. If the NASDAQ 30 can break out, that's better. I think we're going to come and take out these highs here. These highs and these highs. Yeah, me too. I like NAS better. NAS breakout is a lot better for me. Like, if we can get back above this range, even if we close up here, I've got all that pushed into them highs, and then you've even got further pushes. Looking at the daily as well, we've got to wick fill. Look how close we are to wick fill them highs, yesterday's highs. Yesterday's highs would be nice to wick fill. If we just remove all these drawings, look at where NAS could push into. It could push into this wick fill here. If it pushes into this wick fill, well, that's very clean. They're great targets. Could NAS Could Nas push into them highs and then reverse? Well, yeah, I'll just take longs into there. That's the plan for me. But first, I need the 30 closure above. 30 closure strong above, and then yeah, I can look for longs. How much is a micro tick on NQ? It's like double what gold is, so like $2.50. Yeah, about $2.50. Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking, to be fair though, I'm liking NASDAQ better. NASDAQ is better for me here. Just because we've got a clean closure in these nice areas to long into. Gold not got as much targets to trade into. So for me, it's NASDAQ is better. I just need this closure. Let me go on to NQ. So what I always say if I'm trading NASDAQ, I just use half of what I would use on gold. So if I'm going to use like 2 minis, I would use 1 on NASDAQ. So if I'm using 3, I'd use like 15 micros. Or if I'm using 5 on gold, well, I'll use like 2 to 3 on NASDAQ. Okay. Yeah, this 30 here. This 30 closure in 11 minutes, I'm going to be looking for some longs. Not bad. How good does NAS on the 2-hour look from 7 o'clock? Let's have a look. 2-hour. Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, you're right, man. Took the liquid. The only thing that I didn't like is that it left these lows. So they could have been taken before the push higher. But we're seeing that push higher above levels. There's nothing really stopping NASDAQ from taking these wicks now. I just need to wait for this 30 to close. You know, I've got, like I said, we've got 10 minutes to wait. It's just one of them. We just need to wait for the push. Maybe take a little 5-minute entry in a second. But I can't really take 5-minute entries because we haven't got that 15 or 30 closure. So I need that closure now and then I can take some longs. Okay. Guys, if you haven't already, let's smash the like. We've got 16. Can we smash 20 likes on the stream? If you haven't already. Like I say, subscribe, drop a like, and if you've got any questions, feel free to get a question in the chat too. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking to take these NASDAQ longs shortly. 10 minutes, and I could take some longs here. Coming into the US Open as well. Oh, TG, how's it going, mate? Welcome. Yeah, welcome, TG. Yeah, how are you? How are you, mate? How are you doing? That drop, yeah, it's one of them, innit? 5-minute as well. It's taking highs. If this 5-minute close is bullish, I'll take the next. If this 5-minute close flips bullish now, it should come and take out these highs. I'd be very surprised if it doesn't take out these highs if the 5-minute doesn't flip now. So that'd be like a little bit extra confirmation for the longs. So 30 minutes got 8 minutes left. So don't worry, just wait for the 30-minute closure and then I'll take 30-minute entries. You know, but if this flips bullish, you know, if nothing crazy happens, It should push higher. But I'm not taking this 5. I can't take the 5 entry because I've not got that 15 or 30 closure. For me to take a 5-minute entry, I need a closure on the 15 or 30. So I'll have to wait. Oh, nice. Went to Glastonbury. How did you find it? How did you find Glastonbury, mate? That's sick. Nice. Yeah, guys, I'm just gonna go and get some more water. Okay, bear with me. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Just stay tuned. Like I said, I'm gonna be looking for some longs on NASDAQ in 8 minutes. So let me get some water and I'll be back. Okay. Okay, NASDAQ could. Oh, I tell you, this isn't bad. This isn't a bad closure. You know, if we reject here and it's bearish enough, I can take some shorts too. So this isn't really that bad. Let me just get the chat back up. Wish I was joining you on Friday. Maybe, yeah, Angie, get on the next one. I'm gonna be releasing the next one very soon. Maybe even tonight, I might release the next in-person mentorship day. It's going to be in London. So yeah. How close is everyone to London, or would people still be up to travel to London? Oh, cheers for lights, guys. Nice one. Thank you. 23 likes. Nice one. What's the 30 saying? 30 hourly. Yeah, we could. It's the 4-hour open. It's the 4-hour open in 4 minutes. So you gotta be careful, but let's see how it opens anyway. Gold potentially breaking, yeah. Yeah, potential for half risk. That's what I'm watching too, Tucker. That's what I'm watching too, mate. I'm gonna see if this can close bearish and then take us down into some of these lows here. Like I say, it won't be at big risk, but I fancy some sells. If I can delete one of them, maybe both of them, just have it like so. Yeah, I don't mind them sells at all. What day for the London one? The London one will probably be in September. Yeah, it'll probably be in September, start of September. But I'm gonna get the tickets out early, and so I can get the venue booked and stuff. So, like I say, I've got enough time to sort it out. People have got enough time to book it off work and stuff. So it's going to be in 2 months, but like I say, the tickets won't be out for 2 months. The tickets will be out for probably less than a week. Probably like less than that. I'm just going based off what the last one sold out as. You know, last one sold out super quick. Yeah, I'm watching this 15 here. If this 15 closes bearish, I'll look for some sells. Like I said, there's not much in the way of stopping it from pushing further down, especially with a 4-hour potential bottom wick pullback before pushing higher. What's the price, mate? It depends. If you're in the community, you get it for, well, if you're in the community, you get 25% off. So, like I say, I don't know the price yet, because, like I say, venues in London will cost a little bit more than venues in Manchester, I'm guessing. However, yeah, if you're in the community, you get like 25-30% off. So, like this time, it was £200 for non-members, but guys in the community got it for 150. So it's probably going to be similar to last time, if not the same. Okay, it's going to be the same basically. So £150 if you're in the mentorship and in the community, you'll get it for cheaper. So 150, just around £150. Gonna take them lows, yeah. We'll see. I don't want to close doji really. I don't want to close doji. Yeah, gold could break out. Yeah, I'm in Nottingham. Nice, Nate. Yeah, Nottingham's fine. The thing is though, like in the UK, you can just get a train like to London, like from anywhere. It's like from me, it's like 5 hours in the car or 2 hours on the train. Like 2 hours on a train's nothing. So I would just get the train down. $30 on gold could go, yeah. I don't mind the 30. I don't really like any other time frame. If anything, I could just take a 4-hour breakout because you've taken liquidity on the 4-hour. I'm gonna see how this 4-hour opens though. Yeah, this is grim. NASDAQ's grim. You got to stay patient on days like today. At the start of the day, you know, with the Trump tariff news, I said you're likely to chop about. You know, there's going to be a lot of indecision in the market. You know, a lot of people aren't going to understand which way price is going to go. And we've literally just been sideways for basically all the US session and coming into the, well, all the London and all going into the US session. If anything, the 4-hour was valid. But I'm not taking the 4-hour in the first, like, 30 seconds. Yeah, if anything, the 4-hour was valid to take. It's the only time frame that really took liquidity. But like I say, I'm not taking a 4-hour candle entry in the first 30 seconds. Still got another hour to go. Yeah, I don't trade the futures 4 hour. Yeah, the futures 4 hour, I mean, it's different. Like the close is within an hour. But I don't execute on this. I don't do my analysis on this time frame, on this chart. I do my analysis on the spot chart. For me, like the higher time frames are much cleaner, and the better for direction than the futures chart. The futures chart, like I say, look at this, it's pushing back. The futures chart's good for executing. The candles are basically the same, but the higher time frame, like the 4 hour, just makes more sense for me on the spot chart. But like I said, there's nothing wrong with using the futures chart. You know, if you use it consistently, there's nothing wrong with that. Just be consistent with what you use. Just like be consistent with what you use, whether that is futures or forex. Like, just be consistent with the analysis and the entry. Like, don't be executing based off the FX and then executing based off the futures the day after. You know, stay consistent and it'll be fine. Mate, what's your risk level and targets? Risk level, I think you mean like how much do I risk? I risk maybe like on these 150k accounts, maybe like 1k per trade. Yeah, maybe like 1,000, like $500 to 1,000 per trade, so less than 1%. I've got 3 accounts here, and my targets are up here today on gold. 1 second, my targets are up here on gold. So I'm really looking for this to push higher. But like I said, there's just nothing super clean on gold as of yet. It's a bit messy. Yeah, like gold, NASDAQ looks better, but just because of the range. The range on NAS just looks better for me, personally. Like if you zoom out of the range here, look, you've got targets above, targets below, but if you look at gold, you know, we're breaking to the upside. We've not really taken much liquidity. For me, I'd rather take a breakout on NASDAQ if it breaks out. You know, like I said, we're coming into the US Open in 25 minutes. We could potentially get a breakout on this. And like I said, we're here for the New York Open. Anybody got any questions? Feel free to drop a question in the comments, guys. Is this a funded account of yours? Yeah, I'm trading fundeds right now. Like I say, probably next year, start of next year, I'll move to personal. But this year I've been using funded and it's been great. Like, so many payouts this year just trading the plan, because I used to trade personal. Now, you know, I've got how many fundeds? We've got like 8 funded accounts, so I've got like 450, 200, 350, 450, like 800k in funding across all my accounts. So like I say, yeah, I'm just trading the plan on funded accounts for now. Good day to you, JB. Are you just tuning in now, or are you leaving? How are you doing, mate? Good to see you in the stream too. Yeah, we've got 25 minutes until New York actually opens, so we'll see. I would just use funded accounts, Joe. There's no point risking your own money. For me, the main goal is always to use personal accounts. you know, compound a personal account over time has always been the goal, and it always is the goal for me still. It's still the goal for me today. The only, like I say, I took my money out of a personal account and put it into longer term investments and crypto, which has done quite well, to be honest. So yeah, my money is making money elsewhere, and I can still make the same. You know, I'm still making 4 to 5k a month on prop firms. So if I can still make the same as I were on my personal account, but on prop firms, which I have done this year, average 4 to 5k, that's fine for me. You know, that's fine for me to let my money make money elsewhere, whether that's in longer term investments, crypto, and then still make the exact same on prop firms. It just makes sense. And obviously next year, I'll take profits on, you know, I've already taken profits, of course, on crypto and on longer term investments and stuff, but that profit will just go into a fresh personal account. And then I'm basically trading that risk free and then compounding a new account. Like, that's the plan. And that's always the goal. Prop firms, like I say, they're great. Prop firms are great, don't get me wrong. Build your capital with them. Like I say, I've always been a fan of building a personal account. You know, because when you start getting into like 6-figure personal accounts, which you can grow over time, when you start getting into like 5-6-figure personal accounts, 1 to 2% a month or 2 to 3% a month is all you need to compound it and get to that big scale. You know, when you start hitting like 50k in your personal, like 1 to 2% or 3 to 4% per month is very good. You know, if you're making like 3 to 4% a month, that's like 2k, and then that compounds. That 2k compounds, and when you get to 100k, it's like 3 to 4k, and it compounds fast. You know, if you're trading a plan and trading a profitable strategy at 2 to 3% a month consistently, you know, you can be at 50k 1 year. In a couple of years, you can be upwards of like 200-300k. Obviously, whilst investing and whilst trading funded accounts and adding more, it's important to use profits and add more. That's what I feel. That's what I personally think. You know, it's all good trading it, but I always like to add more to a personal account. But that's just me. Everyone's got their own strategy and their own way. That's just how I do it. Let's have a look. What time frame are you on? 15-minute, mate. All the time frames are up here, look. 15, 30, hourly. Right now, this is the 15. Oh, here we go. Here we go. NASDAQ. Are you gonna be nice to us? Are you gonna be nice to us and give us the breakout? Because we've taken liquidity. All I need to do now is get that breakout. Is Trump really releasing it? I really don't know, mate. I don't know what Trump's gonna do. To be honest with you, I don't think anybody other than people around him actually know what he's going to do. Like, maybe like 5 people. No, like, seriously, like, even the people who are like apparently close to him with the Iran situation. Right, guys, seriously, with the Iran situation, all the leaders of like Europe, all the leaders in Europe were like, nope, he's not going to do anything. And literally the day after these interviews, he literally went and bombed the nuclear site. Nobody has a clue what Trump's actually doing other than maybe like 2 to 3 people in his circle. Like, none of the leaders in Europe knew a thing. It's a rug pull. It might not even... Make sure it's his team. Make sure it's his team if you're looking at it. Like, most of them aren't even him. Yeah, if we can get a closure above here on NASDAQ on the 15, I'm going to be looking for some longs. 15 looks like it's going to close nice. And like I say, I've got these highs up here to take out. And all these highs up here. Yeah, this could pop higher. I have a feeling NASDAQ could pop So I'm going to be looking for some longs. Something like this. Something like this. That wouldn't be bad. If I can get that little pop higher. Yeah, so for me, I need this closure here on NAS. I need this closure here, and then I'll be looking for some longs into these highs. Okay. New York's opening in 15 minutes, so this could be the momentum that we need for this to continue higher. You know, we've tried, like, understand what retail traders going short here with stops up here. They're in drawdown. So I'm really just gonna go and try and target that drawdown. Okay. With this entry. I'm just going to go and try and target that drawdown above. Mate, I don't know, mate. I don't really trade meme coins, to be honest. I don't trade meme coins. I think I bought one meme coin, and I think I bought like $2 because I was trying, like, it was ages ago, like years ago. Like before like the meme coin, you know, before the meme coin, how would you say? Before everyone started understanding what meme coins were, like, I bought one just to understand how Phantom worked. So it was a long time ago. But I don't trade meme coins to make money. I literally just bought like several dollars, like $5 or $6 of something ages ago. I don't even know where that is, to be honest. It could have been the one. The thing is with NASDAQ, you got to be careful that you close above this liquidity, really. Got to be careful that we close above this liquidity. I'd like a decent pullback to then take this long. Cheers for likes as well, guys. We've almost crushed 30 likes on the stream. Gold's breaking out, is it? Oh yeah, gold's breaking out. Yeah, I'm interested in some gold buys. Yeah, I would be interested in some gold buys, to be fair. Like I say, I'm watching NASDAQ for now. I'm watching NASDAQ. Yeah, I might, like I say, we are close to this liquidity, so I might just take like a very, very low risk entry. If it gives me a bottom wick, that is. Like I say, it's the first 15 of the hourly. The next 15 could pop here. So if I understand that, I'm just going to give it a little bit of time, you know, and give it a minute, let it bottom wick, and then I'll be looking for the buys. Yeah, there's no need. There's literally no need to risk. Like, just save the money. Yeah, so I'm gonna be looking to, not just yet, but I'm gonna be looking to try and take this higher. Obviously, we've got these highs to the left here. We have got these highs to the left here that I am watching. But let NASDAQ just do its thing really quickly, and then I think we can pop higher. We've got these highs to take out. Hourly has just opened 15 minutes ago, but I think if this 15 pushes, then it's going to flip higher. It's, like I said, just give it a little bit of time, let it do its thing. It's only like a minute into it. Gold and NAS moving in the same direction. Let's have a look. Yeah. We are about to open. I just don't like how close these targets are. I just really don't like how close this liquidity is. That's literally the only problem with this trade. Like, if I take it and price liquidates and takes me out, you know, if price does something like this, you know, you'd be fuming because you've taken a trade so close to liquidity. What's one piece of life advice for us? One piece of life advice. That's great. One piece of life advice. I wouldn't, yeah, it is life advice, but it's the advice that I told myself when I was growing up. And I've always thought about like I say, people would have heard me say this before, but it's being as free as possible. Okay, it's just being as free as possible. You know, advice for beginner traders, yeah, but life advice would be being as free as possible. You know, not having to show up for somebody else. You know, showing up for yourself, living where you want. You know, that freedom is always been my motivation in life, and it will always be. Okay, freedom, like being able to come to England for 6 months and then jetting off somewhere else. That is why I traded, and that is my biggest piece of advice. Try and live as freely as possible, and get to a position where you can build your own infrastructure and basically live for yourself. You don't need to borrow stuff. You don't need banks to borrow money, okay? Because you've built your infrastructure and you can live freely, okay? I wouldn't say it's advice, but it's something that I live, my main motivation. See, I didn't really want to take it too close to this liquidity. Best advice for beginner traders. Best advice for beginner traders, or what I would do if I was a beginner trader again, knowing what I know, is basically find a profitable strategy, stay away from signals, find a profitable strategy, and stop strategy hopping after you take one loss. Okay? Stick to what you know. Okay? Stick to what you know. And trade if you find a profitable plan and you know it works, stick to it. Stop switching strategies after you take a loss, and stay away from signals. I know there's a few pieces of advice there. I know you only wanted one, but that's literally it. Learn to trade yourself. Learn to trade yourself. And guys, seriously, like, why do I talk about freedom so much, and why do I talk about freedom with life being life advice? Well, you literally hear once, okay? You literally hear once. There's no like second go. Why would you not want to live free? Why would you not want to live and experience things? And having freedom, money freedom, and, you know, not having to stay in the same location, that is what it gives you. It's the best. Freedom is literally the best asset. And when you get that freedom, whether it's location and money freedom, which is what my ultimate goal is, money and location freedom, it gives you the best opportunity to enjoy life, which you've only got one go. Do you know what I mean? So if you've got one go at it, why not live it the best way? And that for me is being as free as possible and seeing everything. It all stems down to freedom. You know, what does freedom do? It gives you a better life so you can enjoy it. Yeah, Nas could push, but it's not really pushing. It's been like, yeah, there you go. That's the problem. It's pushed and you have to be break even. Taking that liquidity, needs to be break even. Ugh. Jamie, 5 minute on gold, maybe. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, if the 5 minute close is bullish, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Like I say, you got a level here. It's not too bad. Are you familiar with TJ? Oh, sorry, mate. I took a bank loan out a few minutes ago and blown it up. What? Don't be taking bank loans out, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, I've heard of TJR. I don't know his like concepts fully. I know that he trades like ICT concepts. I know that he's like big on TikTok, and other than that, I don't know much. Yeah, like I said, I don't really watch other people. I stick to what I do. I don't know if he's profitable or anything. Like I say, anybody can be profitable. Anybody can show, like, until they actually show up daily and do live streams like we do here. I mean, anybody can be profitable. Until you actually try the system and try it out for yourself, like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna head off in a second, guys. I'm gonna head off in a second. If anything on gold, I'm gonna wait for a break above here. 3,300. Can you see? Support, 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 support. I'm gonna wait for a break above here. One sec. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a break above there on gold. If once we get above there, you're very, very clear into some highs. That's the thing. Like, there's no real clearance until you get back above here now on gold. There's been a lot of controversy, yeah, I know, like with prop firms and if they've got a profitable strategy. That's the thing though, you know, you need to be, there's difference between traders, real traders like myself, and influencers. You know, my content on TikTok, it might be just trading related, but I'm a trader, guys. I don't need to talk about my lifestyle. I don't need to talk about what happened today. I don't need to let you know about what happened at the shop with some woman or some shopkeeper did something. I don't know. Like, I don't need to tell you about that. I stick to trading, and that is what it is. It's as simple as that. I don't need to talk about my lifestyle too much to people, because what are we here to learn? We're here to learn trading. We're not here to talk about what happened today on TikTok. And a lot of people are basically just influencers who get people to join the group, like signal groups and stuff, and that's how they make money. That's not the case with me. Doesn't really trade. He makes money off his other business. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what other business it is and all that. I don't even, like I say, you don't know even if they'd made that much money when they did trade. You just, like I say, you just don't know. Yeah, it's pushing. NQ's pushing now. It'd have probably got me break even this anyway. But yeah, guys, I'm going to head off. I'm going to wait for a closure here on gold above 3,300, okay? I'm going to wait for a closure above 3,300. This level, okay? But I'm going to head off. Discord community members, I'll see you in the community now, okay? I'll go and reply to any messages that are in there. And yeah, let's stay active in the chat, okay? We're coming into the US Open now. Enter on the 30? No, not for me. Yeah, possibly on NASDAQ. If the NASDAQ 30 closes with some targets, yeah, that's good. Harry. Okay. All right, guys. But yeah, I'm going to head off. Guys in the community, I'll see you there now. Anybody who's just tuning in from the YouTube live, like I say, see you tomorrow, same time. Drop a subscribe if you've not already. Put notifications on, guys. Put notifications on. I'll be live tomorrow, same time. Okay, see you then. And community guys, see you in the Discord right now. Bye bye.